What's up, guys? This is Return to Tennis. I'm Aaron. Thanks for returning. So, we've acquired something else. I know, big surprise, right? I got another one. I found a good deal on a racket that actually was very well reviewed. Got me really curious. So I decided to go out and track one down. It was a little hard to do. I prefer a size 4 grip, which is 4.5. Not always easy to find on eBay. But we found one, right? It is the Yonex Vcore 95 from 2018. I had heard that the new ones, the 2023 model, is very similar in how it plays to the 2018 model. I've also heard that the 2023 model has maybe a little more power, a little more spin, but the overall feel is very similar. And I was like, well, heck, the overall feel is similar. I'll just get a 2018 model. Found it on eBay. Surprisingly, the 2018 models are still going for quite a bit on eBay. You know a frame's good. You know a racket is a good racket when you go on eBay and they're hard to find. The grip you want is hard to find. There's very few options available for that frame, and the prices are still really high. That was the case with this one. Fortunately, the vendor that I got it from was willing to negotiate a little bit. He came down about 40% on the price. I just made him an offer, and he came back with a counter, and it worked out. I've hit it quite a bit in drills. I've hit it some on the machine. 95 square inches is actually the smallest head size I've hit in a while. What kind of prompted me to try it was I recently, at drills and point play one day, some live ball action, was feeling nostalgic, and I pulled out my old Wilson Pro Staff 6.6 from like 1995, 96. Very, very stiff frame, very heavy. On that particular racket, I had trimmed the grip down to nothing but an overgrip. I'd stripped it down to the pallet, just wrapped an overgrip on it, trying to pull the weight down. It was still 343 grams, even though all it had on was an overgrip. And it's a 70 RA. Felt great hitting it. Once I got it dialed in, I could really hit it well. I hit amazing volleys at the net. I had some great forehands with it. I had such good control and precision with it. But my arm was very unhappy with me afterwards. So that got me thinking, well, maybe I should try another 95. Maybe something a little lighter. So I tracked down the Vcore 95, the 2018, with strings and everything on it now. With an overgrip, it's sitting at 333 grams. This is a little bit lighter. The big difference is it's not as stiff as the Wilson Pro Staff 6.6. That one runs a 70 RA. This, I think, runs a 65. So it's a little bit easier on my arm. Hits phenomenally well. We're going to go out today and hit it for you on camera, hopefully. Very controlled. I feel like I can really drive through the ball. It is a little underpowered in a sense because it's more. It does provide great spin, but it also has more of a control feel. So a lot of times I feel like I can kind of swing away with it and not be as worried about hitting the ball out because it doesn't have that same kind of power. I haven't hit a lot of serves with it. The serves I have hit have felt a little weak. Like I'm not able to generate the same kind of pop. But I did have good placement with them. We're going to go out. We're going to hit it today. You get a look at it and maybe swinging it. We'll see how it goes. But it's a fun hit, guys. Let's check it out. All right, guys, here we go. Let me get some backhands in real quick to kind of get a little loosened up. We warmed up with it, with the Vcore 95 before we decided to film. It is extremely windy out there today. I hate trying to be outside and film on days when it's like this. Some of these balls were blowing all over the court. In any case, here's a nice one. I've still, as you probably have seen, I'm still working on trying to clean my forehand up. A lot of it has been positioning.
that's gotten better. What I'm now discovering my biggest problem is timing. I'm far too often catching balls too late, way too late. If I catch them out in front where I should, I can hit some pretty nice forehands. You know, I mean, those first couple that I hit were an example of that. That one wasn't too bad. Again, that was a little late. But anyway, how does the racket feel? Well, ground strokes are really great. When I connect well, when I connect clean, and you know, out in front on the ball where I should be hitting it, I can really hit some nice forehands with it. I hit some solid backhands as well. Slice is decent. The big thing I like about it is it being only 95 square inches, I have a lot of control. It's a 16 by 20 string pattern, so I'm able to get some spin with it. But because, you know, it being a smaller head size, I have a lot more control with it. I'm not afraid to kind of just swing away on some of these. When, like, I feel like it's in my swing zone where it should be, and I'm catching the ball out in front like I should be, I really feel I can just go ahead and go for them. And again, late. Yeah, well, maybe. But it's a really solid feeling racket. I really like this. As far as the Yonex rackets go, I've got an E-Zone 100, I've got an E-Zone Tour 98, I have the Vcore HD, I think from 2017. This is a 2018, there we go, Vcore 95. Out of all of them, I like this one the best on ground strokes. The way it hits ground strokes, it's just very controlled. It's very solid. It doesn't have a ton of power, but what it lacks in power allows me to just kind of really swing away on shots, as opposed with the E-Zones. I gotta have a bit more spin, or I'm gonna blow it out the back of the court. I do have some issues with it when it comes to serves. I have the same issue with it that I had with the Vcore HD, is that ground strokes, it feels great, but on serves, it feels sluggish. It feels like it comes around slow on serves. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of the weight, maybe, that the weight of it is throwing me off when I'm hitting serves, because it's in that 330 plus range. My Vcore Pro HD was in that 338, almost 340. I had the same problem with it when it came to serving. I can serve with it. I can hit serves in. It just feels like it comes around slow, and I don't have any real speed on my serves by comparison. Recently, I've been hitting the new Wilson Shift, and I can absolutely crush serves with that racket. But again, it's quite a bit lighter. It's a solid, 321 grams versus this one sitting at about 333. And it also has a bigger head size. But overall, I do like this racket. I am probably going to try to integrate this into some of my matches if I can get more comfortable serving with it. It's just, maybe it's the head size, maybe it's the weight of it. I just cannot, see there again, late and not following through. There we go. I just cannot get it around on serves. I can get it around on a lot of the ground strokes when I get lined up well, but serves are a totally different story. In any case, guys, that's all I got for you today. Appreciate you tuning in. May all your returns be for winners, and we will now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. That was a good one to finish on. That one, not so much. See you guys.